Hi guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing amazing, wonderful, fantastic. I mean, you're doing fine. So I'm fine, as you all can see. I'm still kicking. I'm still going. I really appreciate the love of God. So if you're new to this channel, kindly consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting down below. Yeah, let me tell you something. I just came to realize something, and I just want to address it. I'm actually talking on behalf of you and on behalf of me. So a lot of people have been asking me, why are you staying in a single room? So right here on this video, I want to discuss with you on how to manage your money. I stand to be corrected. So I want to talk to you on how to manage your cash. Yeah. So the reason as to why I stay in a single room is because, are you ready? Let me tell you, I stand to be corrected. Okay, I actually stand to be corrected. Let's do a rough calculation. Like, you are in Saudi Arabia right now. You are paid 30,000. Let's stand on 30,000 because that's what 90% of them are paid. Let me say them because I'm already out of there. So let me tell you, it's 30,000 monthly. 30,000 in a month. That means in 12 months, that is 360,000. That is 720,000 in 2 years. Okay. Do you think 100,000 is a lot of money? According to you, do you think 100,000 is a lot of money? Let's try and go deeper. You have come to Kenya. Of course, you cannot come with 720,000 Kenyan shillings after being in Saudi Arabia for 2 good years. You cannot. Whether you have responsibilities, whether you do not have, you cannot come with 720,000 Kenyan shillings. Obviously, there must be something that triggers you from coming home with all that money. Okay, assuming you used 500,000, of which assuming you used 220,000 Kenyan shillings, now you're back to Kenya with your 500,000 Kenyan shillings. Okay, and you want to prove people wrong, right? You want to prove people wrong, all right, that you are from Saudi Arabia, you got a lot of money, you do not have. A lot of people have been telling me actually, I do not like plaiting my hair. I don't like plaiting my hair because if I do rastas, within 2 weeks I'll have done away with them. So there is no way I can put those rastas. Alafu, I always feel uncomfortable. As for me, I better plait lines. Zinaitwa con lines. Yeah, con lines. I better put those ones than putting those rastas and those expensive wigs. And I do not. It's not like I don't have money to make my hair neat or something. I guess it's neat. Even blow dry can make you beautiful. Just blow dry, okay? But that's your choice. Of course, you need to look good, okay? So that is according to me. I do not like plaiting my hair. I do not like those big things like rastas and everything. I feel so uncomfortable, and within 2 weeks I'll have done away with them. So assuming you have come with 500,000 Kenyan shillings in Kenya from Saudi Arabia, that means you did not have any responsibility, my friend. You did not. I'm talking about house helps. I'm not talking about those other people who are in America, in the UK, in the Canadas. I'm not talking about those ones. I'm talking about where I was. as a house manager. Okay, that is 500,000 Kenyan shillings. Then assuming I want to prove people wrong, or I want to prove people right, that I'm from Saudi Arabia and I have a lot of money. Okay, one bedroom is not less than 20,000 Kenyan shillings. Okay, it's not less than 20,000 Kenyan shillings. Sawa. Assuming 300,000 you open a business. Of course, this Kenya has a lot of things, and if you come with 500,000 Kenyan shillings, 100,000 Kenyan shillings will end within 2 months. That means you are not partying. Me, I've never partied. I don't know how to party. I do not like partying. Me, I better put on my dress. I better dress well, go to town, go for a photo shoot. In a hotel, I eat and come back home. I do not party. Okay, I don't. So assuming you've taken a house worth 20,000 Kenyan shillings rent, 20,000 in only 5 months. In only 5 months, you'll have spent 100,000 Kenyan shillings on rent, just on rent, of which me in a single room I'll have spent 25,000 on rent in 5 months. As for you, you will have spent 100,000 in, I'm talking about those people who are single-handedly. Me, I'm just a one woman. I don't have those people, getting married, those who get married and now they help the bills. But for me, all the bills are on me. My baby school fees, my rent, my everything, the bills is on me. So there is no way I can tell you I'll take a house worth 20,000 Kenyan shillings monthly, of which, remember, a business, when you open a business, it doesn't just wake up within a month. If you want your business to grow, give it time. Give it time, and you should not have put your mind on that business, that this is where I want to eat, bro. Sis, itakuramba. It is not that easy. A business to stand will take more than 6 months. Another one will take even a year. It will take even a year for you to call yourself a business woman. It's not like we do not have businesses. We have. We do. It's just only that we are not bringing them here on social media. We have the businesses, but they will take a lot of time, a very long time to stand as a business woman. Okay, to tell a crowd that I'm a businesswoman. But right now, I have to use other ways to make sure I pay my rent, I eat, my baby goes to school, everything falls in place. You understand? So, tell me, in 5 months you have spent 100,000 Kenyan shillings on rent. In 10 months you've spent 200,000 Kenyan shillings on rent. I'll have only spent 50,000. Okay, I'll have only spent 50,000 in 2 years. So when you come to Kenya, sit down and do your calculations. Do your calculation. Don't do things because you want to prove people wrong. Don't do things because you want to prove people wrong. You understand? Unless you have a shoulder to lean on. Me, I do not have a shoulder to lean on. I'm just me, and me alone. So once you're like me, sit down and think about yourself before doing anything. Never come to Kenya and start partying. Now you want to say sorry to your body or what? Never come to Kenya and start taking alcohol because now you have money. You are not an alcoholic. Stick to your lane. Don't do things because someone else is doing it, okay? So I chose to stay in a single room because I did my calculations. Why should I prove you wrong? Why should I make you happy that I'm living in a one bedroom of which behind the curtains I'm really suffering to pay the rent? Why shouldn't I just take that money, that rent money, and put in something else, and then in 10 months time or in 1 year time I'll be somewhere else? Why shouldn't I do that? Why should I come here and prove you that I have money and fake life? I do not like faking life. I don't like faking life. Okay? So if you're like me, living in a single room doesn't mean you are a failure. We came from home. We left home to change home. Tell me putting 100,000 in rent within 5 months, yet at home you do not have a house. Okay? You do not have a house. As for me, I have a house. Yeah, I got a house, but not in my mother's compound. I bought my own land somewhere else and built my house. Yeah, I did. Not in my mother's compound. I didn't do that. So people in the village think there is nothing I did, but for me, I built and there is one day, it's only that it's not fully furnished and it's not fully finished because, you know, peers, we have the responsibility, so I couldn't just take all the money and put in the house. So there is things that I'm still working on. Then later on I'll show you my house. I will definitely show you my house. I did it by myself. I sent money to my mom and she did it for me. She did it for me. If I bring my mom here on camera, she will tell you I did it. But remember, I cannot go home to stay there because that's just a house. That's just a house. I need to eat. I need to pay bills. I cannot stay in that house. I cannot stay in the village. I cannot. It is so hard to stay in the village, bro. It is so hard. Okay, to stay in the village, it's so hard. You cannot stay in the village to like now you have a house. You cannot. It is not that easy. You have to come in the city to make another life. Now you have a house. What else? What else? Okay, you have bills to pay, daily bills to pay. You do not have to stay in the village. I cannot go to stay in the village. I already left the village. And if you want to become something in life, never stay in the village. Never stay in the village. Okay? So I left. I have a house somewhere and I will one day show you. I will one day. That is for that is a must. I must show you one day, but not now. But I will. And I'll do a house tour. So me living in a single room in Nairobi doesn't mean I'm a failure. I'm not. I have a lot of bills. I have my calculations, and I know so well that today I have to do this, tomorrow I have to do this, the other day I have to do this. If I take all this money and spend it on rent, then what else should I do? What else will I do? All the money will go on rent. So if I have just me and my son, why should I take a one bedroom? This house is good as well, as long as I have a television, I have a hoofer, I have a Wi-Fi, I just live the same way that person in a one bedroom lives. You'll say no, but yeah, that is the truth. I have just me and my son. So why should I just go and put a lot of expenses on me? I'm not stable yet, I'm not yet stable. People who are stable have their own homes, they have their own businesses. Me, what I have, it's just a home, but I do not have a stable business. I do not have I really pray, that is my dream, to have my own stable business one day. But it is not yet done. I'm not yet having it, okay? I'm not yet having a stable business. So if I came here and proved you right, like I can live in a 1-bedroom, then later on you see me going back to a single room, I better stay in the single room, and then later on you see me going and upgrading to a 1-bedroom, okay? But if there is something I'll never do in Nairobi, it's paying more than 30,000 for rent. Never. Why should I? Why should I do that? I'm paying more than 30,000 for rent. If I go too far, 20,000, but 30,000, I better stay here. But outside there, me, I've seen a lot of bosses here around where I live. I've seen a lot of bosses, big bosses with cars, but living in bed sitters. They live in bed sitters. Then that means if you want to be a conqueror, you have to limit everything you're doing, okay? So I guess I've talked about it. So not yesterday, I'm so confused. I guess tomorrow we will talk about something else, but tomorrow I'll be leaving. I'll go to town to get my passport, because my Arab bosses spoiled my passport. They threw it in water, so I do not have a passport right now, but I must have it within no time, because there is a lot that I have to do with my passport. So tomorrow I think I'll leave. That's why I've done this video right now, so that I can premiere it tomorrow, since tomorrow I'll not be available. So until we meet again, I'll say goodbye for now. Bye.